What if you witnessed something so inexplicable, so extraordinary, that it changed your life forever? On a quiet evening in 1964, a small-town police officer stumbled upon a scene that would baffle experts, spark endless theories, and cement itself as one of the most credible UFO sightings in history. This is the story of Lonnie Zamora and the Socorro UFO incident. As many of you know, I have a personal connection to Socorro, a place I've explored in my series, The Witching Hour, where I recount the true, chilling events from a small suburb in Socorro County. At the time, I was unaware of the following story. Yet, as you'll soon discover, Socorro, New Mexico seems to be no stranger to mysterious and unexplained events. What you're about to hear only adds to the town's eerie reputation. It was April 24th, 1964, a typical evening in the small desert town of Socorro, New Mexico. Officer Lonnie Zamora, a dedicated police officer, was patrolling the area when he spotted a car speeding through the streets. Without hesitation, Zamora flipped on his siren and began the pursuit. The chase was interrupted when a loud roar cut through the air, accompanied by a bright, fiery flame streaking through the sky. The noise was deafening, and Zamora, thinking it might be an explosion or a car accident, abandoned the chase to investigate. He turned his car off the main road and navigated through the terrain toward a dry creek bed known as an arroyo. From a distance, Zamora saw what he first thought was an overturned vehicle, a glinting metallic object resting in the desert sand. But as he drove closer, the scene became far stranger. The object was oval-shaped, shiny like aluminum, and about the size of a small car. It had no visible windows or doors, but bore a strange red marking. Then he noticed movement. Two small figures, no larger than children, were standing near the object. They were dressed in white coveralls and appeared startled by Zamora's approach. The figures quickly moved back toward the craft as Zamora exited his vehicle. Before he could take another step, the strange object roared to life. A blue flame shot out from underneath it, and a deafening noise filled the air. Zamora watched in stunned silence as the craft lifted off the ground, hovering momentarily before ascending rapidly into the sky. It flew away with astonishing speed, disappearing over a nearby mesa. Shaken but determined, Zamora approached the spot where the object had been. The ground was scorched, and 4 distinct indentations were left in the sand, evidence of the object's landing gear. Nearby, the brush was burned, as if exposed to intense heat. Zamora immediately radioed the station, reporting what he had seen. When State Police Officer Sam Chavez arrived moments later, he found Zamora visibly shaken. The physical evidence, burn marks, indentations, and disturbed ground, corroborated Zamora's story. Chavez, who knew Zamora as an honest and reliable man, believed him completely. Word of the incident spread quickly, drawing the attention of the U.S. Air Force's Project Blue Book, the government's official investigation of UFOs. Dr. J. Allen Hynek, a respected astronomer and UFO consultant, visited the site personally. He found the physical evidence compelling and noted Zamora's credibility as a law enforcement officer. Despite their efforts, investigators were unable to identify the object or explain the sighting. The incident ignited a wave of theories. Some suggested that Zamora had stumbled upon a classified test of a lunar lander or experimental technology from the nearby White Sands missile range. However, no records of such a test existed, and the description of the object did not match any known equipment. Others proposed that students from the nearby New Mexico Tech staged an elaborate prank, but this theory lacked evidence, and no one ever came forward to claim responsibility. For many, the simplest explanation was the most extraordinary. Zamora had witnessed a genuine extraterrestrial craft. His detailed account, combined with the physical evidence, made this one of the most compelling UFO cases ever documented. The sighting thrust Lonnie Zamora into the spotlight, a position he never sought. He endured countless interviews, media scrutiny, and public fascination. Over time, the attention wore on him, and he became reluctant to discuss the event. Zamora passed away on November 2nd, 2009, in Socorro, New Mexico, from a heart attack, leaving behind a legacy tied to one of the most intriguing UFO cases. To this day, the Socorro UFO incident remains one of the most credible and well-documented cases in UFO history. Even Project Blue Book, which often dismissed sightings as misidentifications, listed this case as unknown. Adding to the intrigue, Zamora's sighting shares a remarkable connection to Bob Lazar, the infamous whistleblower who claimed to work on extraterrestrial technology at Area 51. Lazar also spoke of advanced propulsion systems and described a craft capable of maneuvers eerily similar to what Zamora witnessed that day. Could these two stories be connected? Was Zamora's sighting part of a larger puzzle that the government worked to conceal? A quiet desert town, a reliable witness, and evidence that defied explanation. Was Lonnie Zamora the first to glimpse technology beyond our understanding, or was he part of something even bigger? A secret the world wasn't meant to see. What do you believe?